Hello STISD parents. We welcome you to the next segment of STISD Connections. My name is Anisha Agarwala and I attend South Texas Preparatory Academy. Today you will meet Mr. Efrain Garza, the assistant principal of Rising Scholars Academy in San Benito, who is excited to share important information parents of junior high students need to know when choosing high schools. Hello Mr. Garza. Thank you for being with us on this segment. It's that time of year when district high schools will be visiting our junior high students in preparation for early enrollment into high school. We have a series of questions for you, so let's begin. How important is it for the junior high students to participate and attend the introductory presentations of high schools?
I think it's very important. The reason for that is that it's the first little taste what the students will get about the high schools. It's a little bit more personalized towards them. They may have heard about the high schools, perhaps maybe their parents or are familiar with it. Perhaps they've had siblings that have attended the campus that they might be interested in, but it isn't until they really hear about the actual high school from the ones that are from the high school, whether it be the teachers that present or students that present or counselors, do they start getting a feel for what to expect from each high school. So it is very important for them to hear that, that information and tailor it to what they think is their needs.
Are there any tips you can suggest for the people who do attend these school presentations?
Ask questions. It's a forum for them to be able to ask whatever they may be curious about, anything having to deal with the curriculum, the social aspects of the high school, extracurricular activities, and just the general feel for the campus. The questions should be a little bit, personalized to what their needs might be. So I think that it's important for them to interact with those that are presenting from the high schools.
That's good to know. Can you tell us more about the specialized curriculums of each high school?
Sure. So you do have our high schools. We have 4 high schools. We have 2 that have a medical theme to them. Med High, which is in Mercedes, and we have Medical Academy, which is in Olmito, close to Brownsville. And both of them carry very innovative curriculum having to deal with the medical fields. Each one specializes in different tracks of the medical field. So there may be some students that are interested in the nursing field, the pharmaceutical field, and so on, and they have those type of tracks that they can explore a little bit more in those high schools. We also have Beta, Business Education and Technology, one particular field that they really specialize in and they've done a tremendous job throughout the years is in the teaching field. They're able to explore what that career is. They go and visit schools. They work one-on-one with students, not from our own school district, but from neighboring school districts, and really interact with them and get a feel for what that profession is. And also we have the Science Academy. Science Academy does amazing things having to deal with the technology field, with the engineering field, the architectural field, and they also have a lot of hands-on labs in there. They also really emphasize the science courses, the math courses, and it's in preparation for them to really take advantage of their college opportunities that may come as they look into those science fields.
If a student is unsure about their career goals, what do you recommend?
Well, they need to talk to their counselor first and foremost. Their counselor at the junior high level is probably the one person that has gotten to know them. By the time they choose their high school, they've been at least with our campus associated in one way or another for almost 2 years or so. And their counselor will probably get an idea or has an idea of what their strengths are. They can also do a little bit of an inventory with them based on their strengths academically and their interests. And so talking to their counselor is vital because they may be able to guide them in the path of the high school that'll best suit them.
Okay. How important is diversity, extracurricular activities, and school culture when choosing a high school? Why?
We have many students that come from many different backgrounds. Since we are a school system that people from 3 counties feed into, there's many different people from different backgrounds that come about to our schools. So the diversity aspect of our high schools are really interesting, and I think that being exposed to that, our students become a little bit more in touch with the globalization that our world has become. And what was the other ones? I'm sorry, we talked about diversity and
Extracurricular activities.
okay, extracurricular activities. So if you're, for example, if your child is interested, if the student is interested in really being involved with extracurricular things from the school, they need to also really look into that, because, for example, some of our schools, high schools, offer some sports, for example. So if their interest is an extra to be involved with that, they're physically active. Some of our high schools offer those type of activities. If they're really interested in, for example, extracurricular activity that Science Academy offers is TSA, which is the association with technology and building things and robotics and all these type of things. Well, Science Academy would be something that they would feed into that extracurricular need that the child has. Medical field, well, our medical high schools participate in the Health Occupation Students of America, HOSA, and so they compete against other schools, and it's a really big thing for them. And of course, Beta also has the TAFE Association, which has to do with the educational field, and that's also something, a big thing within the school. And so the association that they have in these extracurricular activities, whatever is the interest or the needs that they may have, the student may have, is very important also in deciding which high school to go to, because I do believe that extracurricular is a part of the whole education of a child.
Which other factors are important to review while choosing high schools?
You want to always also want to look into, for some, it is important the locality of the school that you're attending. It may be important to take into consideration that bus ride, those type of things, but it shouldn't be a factor that stops you. But it may be also on the needs of each family. But most definitely, you might want to also look into just really what the school and the teachers have to offer, the individual attention that each school may offer to your child that suits their needs. Each student is different, and they all have different needs. So it's something that they need to look into a little bit more and get that individualized, personalized service that they may need.
Should a student choose a high school during early enrollment, then change their mind prior to beginning high school? What is the process in making such a change?
Well, our students within our school district have a golden opportunity given to them that is not afforded to other students that are from other schools that are not associated with our school district. So our junior highs get first dibs on all the spots for our high schools. Now there's a limited amount of space that each high school can take in, and this upcoming school year is for this year, our 8th graders at STPA at Rising Scholars will be choosing their high school, and it hasn't happened before where we have 2 junior highs feeding into our high schools. And so because of that, the amount of space at each high school for the freshman class may be extremely limited. And so our students have that first choice. If they make a choice, and they should be making the choice when the opportunity is given to them, and then they change their mind at a later time, it may be a difficult situation for them to switch to another high school. So for example, if a student enrolled in Science Academy and they did the pre-enrollment, the opportunity was given and they chose Science Academy, and then they decide in March of spring of their 8th grade year that they want to go to med high. It may be difficult for them to do that actual transfer just by the sheer amount of numbers that might be already occupying the 9th grade spots at med high. So you don't want to leave it to chance. You want to make sure that you make the choice when the opportunity is given to all our students. You don't want to change your mind later on because of that possibility. So my recommendation for all of our families is that you really look into the choice that you're making. You make an informed choice at this point in time when it's given to you, and go with your first choice and stick with it.
Okay, thank you. What can parents do to better prepare their student for high school?
Well, at this point in time, if your child is going into our junior highs, and if they've already been with us for one school year, 7th grade year, the 8th grade curriculum that they're receiving is in preparation for high school. So parents need to make sure that they're really applying themselves in their studies, making sure that they're taking advantage of the opportunities presented at junior high, because the prep work that is done at STPA and at RSA is really geared towards them having success at our high schools. So really getting involved with them, getting them prepared, perhaps even breaking some habits that they may have if they don't want to be doing homework, things like that, of that nature. You want to make sure that stays, stays in past junior high, or you don't want it past junior high. You want to make sure that you get over certain things, and you learn good study habits, and you really put effort into your studies, and that's going to spell success at our high schools.
If parents have additional questions, who would be the best person to contact?
So if parents have additional questions, you might, I had mentioned before that the point of contact always is the counselor for the student. They're the ones that can give a more informed choice. But it is not always just necessarily limited to them. If a teacher, if there's a teacher that has gotten to know the family very well, don't hesitate to also ask them. The administration may know your child also. It's pretty much an effort of the junior high families or the junior highs to get to know our families. So always first the counselor, but there may be other individuals that can really assist in helping and making those choices, and for our families to be a little bit more informed.
Thank you, Mr. Garza, for answering those questions and offering such amazing tips.
All right, thank you.
This concludes our segment, High School Here We Come. We hope you found this information useful. Please feel free to visit our district website, www.stisd.net, and each of our high schools' websites for more information on the specialized curriculums and academic programs offered. Thank you.